I'd like to. You never thought they would ever go, and they'll be fans for life. It's the least you can do to spread the word about this glorious music. No matter what, this month and every month, celebrate jazz, born in America, enjoyed worldwide.
Tune in to Word Radio this Saturday at 10 a.m. for Saturdays with City Council. Join conversations that matter to your community with your local City Council members.
Want the latest in word swag? Check out the shop tab on wordradio.com. Hoodies, tees, and more in a variety of colors. It's the shop tab on wordradio.com. You can look good and show the world that you're all about Black Talk Media. Celebrating Black excellence worldwide and bringing joy and power to the people. This is WURD 900 AM and 96.1 FM, Philadelphia. Streaming online on wordradio.com and the Word Radio app. The views and opinions expressed by the guests, listeners, and hosts of any program on Word Radio do not necessarily reflect those of the ownership, management, or advertisers of this station.
I'm simply saying that life finds a way.
All right, people, write something on the board. Let's spell it. First letter.
L. O. G.
What's that? What?
It's time. It's time to have real, honest, open, difficult, and inspiring conversations. It's time for Love and Life on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
Well, hello there, family. Hello and welcome. Welcome to Love and Life with Carol Riddick right here on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media, on air and online at wordradio.com. Happy hump day to you, or happy middle of the week, if you will, as Nick says to me. We're almost there, family. We are almost there. How are you making out, though? You know that I do want to know. And I also pray that you're having an awesome day and an awesome week thus far. How about that? Family, if you are joining us by way of socials, please let us know. Check in and share a comment or a few. You know, Nick and I love the love. Any way you care to share it, we will take a comment or a phone call. You know, you can call us and say hi as well. You can do that by dialing 215-634-8065, or you can even call us toll free at 1-866-361-0900. And while you do that, I can't get my words out. And while you do that, I will share today's Black History 365 moment with you. Today's Black History 365 moment is about George Coleman Poage. In high school, Poage had been salutatorian of his class and was the third Black student to graduate from La Crosse High along the Wisconsin-Minnesota border. At the University of Wisconsin, Poage became the first Black athlete to win a race in the Big Ten Conference track championships, and he graduated with a degree in history. He was also the first Black athlete to run for the University of Wisconsin, setting collegiate records. And in the St. Louis 1904 Olympic Games, he became the first Black American athlete to win an Olympic medal. Family, that is today's Black History 365 moment. I want to say happy birthday to all of our love lights who are celebrating a birthday, especially to my cousin, Annette Jefferson. Happy birthday, Boop. Sending celebratory love and hugs to all of you. And I'm sending extra love and hugs on behalf of your entire tribe and village. If your light is shining dimly in any way, in the least bit today, just so that you know that you are not alone and that you have support. We've got you. We've got you. We've got you. I do have a few things to share with you before we go forward. The first of which is the Melanin Market. The Melanin Market, Word Radio, Katika, and Youngest in Charge present the 7th Annual Melanin Market, the premier indoor festival celebrating Black-owned businesses globally. This year's event is set for April 13th at the Pennsylvania Convention Center, located at 1100 Arch Street. Doors will open at 10 a.m. for a day packed with cultural celebration and empowerment. Highlights include a youth pitch contest at noon, a fashion showcase at 2 p.m., and an exhilarating hair lock battle at 4 p.m. Admission is free for children under 12. Yes, it is. Tickets are just $25 at the door, but you can save by purchasing online for just $15. Visit themelaninmarket.com to secure your tickets, family. Don't miss out. Be there and check out a special WURD live broadcast hosted by Dr. Aaron Smith, the rapping professor, from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. right here on WURD. The second thing that I want to share with you is that EcoFest is coming. EcoFest is coming Saturday, April 20th from 1 until 5 p.m. at the historic Belmont Mansion in the beautiful Fairmount Park. Creating Black-Green Futures is the theme for this year's festival-style Earth Day celebration, featuring panel conversations with leading environmentalists and holistic health professionals, including Word Radio's Dr. Paul Hopkins. There will be drummers, additional music, and spoken word by Nikki Powerhouse. The Black Farmer will be there as well with a workshop and demonstration, and so much more. Stay tuned to Word for more exciting details. But remember, Saturday, April 20th at the historic Belmont Mansion. This year's EcoFest Earth Day celebration is brought to you by Keystone First, the Pennsylvania Lottery, Comcast, PECO, Philadelphia Water Department, Parks and Recreation, and the Philadelphia Recycling Office. And one more thing that I want to share with you. That's right. Get ready for our annual Jackie Robinson Day, celebrating the life and legacy of number 42. That is the first Black athlete to break the color barrier in Major League Baseball. Join Word Radio on Monday, April 15th. 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. at the Browns ShopRite 52nd and Parkside location for a special live broadcast hosted by our very own Chris Murray. The celebration will feature conversations about Jackie Robinson's accomplishments and impact as an athlete and his life as a civil rights activist. There will be food, prizes, and so much more. Family, be there on Monday, April 15th, to celebrate the life of the great Jackie Robinson, the life and the legacy. That's what I was about to say, because I mean that. Be there on Monday, April 15th, to celebrate the life and the legacy of the great Jackie Robinson. Brought to you by Comcast, the Pennsylvania Lottery, Keystone First, PECO, Hers Snack Foods, and Dietz and Watson. Family, I see that some of you are checking in. Malcolm White, hey there, Malcolm. He shares that he is watching and listening from West Mount Airy. We love to see it. We love to know it. And so glad to have you. What's good for tonight? Well, we got a lot going on tonight. I can't wait to have this conversation. Brother Nasir Butler is joining us as well. And he shares peace and blessings with everybody. Nasir, are you at Berks yet? Did you go up to Berks to the Jazz Festival yet? You know I want to know. You know I want to know all your business. Eric is checking in with us as well. And he says, happy Wednesday. Are you ready to have a good time? always, always, always. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm so ready. And one of our love lights, another one of our love lights, I should say, our beloved Miss Lily is checking in as well. And she's sharing love with the entire family. We have another love light. Hi there. The beautiful Heather Wilson is checking in. Hi, Boop. So glad to have you join us. All right, family, let's get started. So, our guest in this hour, he is no stranger to the family, to the show. You know him and you know him well. He comes every so often to talk with us about holistic healing. He is David Levy-Bey, affectionately known as Brother Dave, and he is a board certified master herbalist and certified natural health professional. He's here to talk with us tonight, and I don't want to take up too much time because you know when we get started, we get into it. So, family, I invite you to the conversation with Brother David Levy-Bey.
Carol,
Hey there, Dave.
how you
Hey,
doing? Good
welcome.
seeing you.
Always, always, always. So Dave and I, we chit-chatted just a little just before we went live, talking
Yeah.
about the world and everything that's been taking place. But always to have you join, always happy to have you join us. So you know I'm ready. I'm ready for the conversation.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm ready to give it. Thanks to the Creator for the knowledge, and I'm most grateful for that. And thanks to Dr. Wyatt, my mentor, for this knowledge. So I'm eternally grateful to the Creator and to Dr. Wyatt for this knowledge that they, imparted on me. But yeah, we want to talk about allergies, because it's allergy season, and people need to know what to do in these times.
This is when I tell you,
Mhm.
because the allergy season is usually really pretty rough on me.
Mhm.
It usually hits me hard.
Mhm.
So I'm sure it does the same with some of our family members. Before you dig in, I see one of our family
Mhm.
members has a question. Well, first, Don
Mhm.
is saying hi. Hey there, Don. Reddy is waving hi. And Craig, hey there, Craig. Craig Ames shares great show. But Don asks, are you a Moor?
Yes.
Yes, he is. There you have it, Don. And our love light, Joanne Dormont, is checking in. Hello, beautiful. And Nasir, all right. Well, I will see you this weekend. All right. So to continue the conversation that you started,
Right.
Brother Dave, you were saying the allergies are, this is the
Yeah.
season. This is the
Yeah. It
season
is.
right
It
now.
is. And what we just have to keep in mind as a people, and I spoke about it, a bit on the last show, is that you got to understand and follow the cycle of the sun. The allergies are always going to be at its peak, where you really feel it or it affects you when the sun is passing through the vernal equinox, which it just did, which is the first day of spring, and when the sun is going on its decline as it's passing through the autumn equinox, which is September the 23rd, which is the fall. Those time frames are when allergies are going to be at their peak. You understand what I'm saying? Because we're going through a cycle change. So keep that in mind. You know what I mean? The other thing that you have to understand too is that you have respiratory allergies and you have food allergies. Okay. And
Right.
and so, respiratory allergies, of course, are airborne. Food allergies are just based on what you're eating. You know what I mean? And you know, in your small intestine, you have what you call villi, which are little finger-like hairs in your small intestine that as the food is passing through the small intestine, it helps you to absorb nutrients. Okay. Certain foods can irritate villi, which is the reason why you can have issues where, as soon as you eat something, your nose gets stopped up, you start getting a lot of phlegm in your throat, and so a lot of that is coming from the fact that your body is having an allergic reaction to what you're consuming. Okay.
Okay.
So that's something that you have to be aware of. You know what I'm saying? And of course, the airborne allergies attack you by your breathing. You're breathing in toxins
Sure.
which is causing a lot of issues. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people don't pay attention to the sky much, but you should probably pay more attention because a lot of what you're seeing in the sky, as far as clouds, aren't actually natural clouds. Okay. And what you have to understand is that some of the rain that you're getting, which, April is the rainy season, but some of the rain that you're getting is assisted. And so you got to start thinking, what's in the raindrops that's falling down on me that's causing all these issues? You understand what I'm saying to you? Because, you have to do your research on what we call chemtrails and cloud seeding, because those are things that are really true. Some people would think it's propaganda, but it's not. It's real. And these situations will also affect your allergies because of the fact of what is being dropped on you, chemically.
Well, wait, I want to interrupt you for one moment because some of our family members may not be familiar. They may not have ever heard of chemtrails or cloud seeding. So would you mind explaining?
So chemtrails, if you start paying attention to the sky, you'll see planes traveling with all these spray mist behind their engines. And usually it'll be in a pattern, okay? Like a cross pattern, like tic-tac-toe, like you playing tic-tac-toe, or a hex pattern, like a DNA helix, like like a twist, like the DNA.
Okay.
You'll see it in the sky.
Okay.
That what you're seeing is chemtrails. Okay. And so what happens is those chemtrails can affect your health, can affect your behaviors. Matter of fact, remember when I sent you Dick Gregory when he spoke in New Orleans years ago at the what was it? The black
it was like it wasn't an expo.
It was the State of the Black Union.
Yes.
Yeah, and so he talked about manganese and its effect on the human behavior, and the fact that a lot of people are acting out of themselves, and a lot of these killings that you've seen going on is because of manganese being sprayed on the communities. In that video, you see them say, "What are you spraying on me at night, white boy?" You know what I mean? So my thing is that people got to be aware that this is actually going on. This is not something made up. This is real. You know what I mean? But all you have to do is look at the behaviors of the people today, and you say, well, it's got to be something that's causing this common energy among people, this irritability, this anger. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, what is being dropped on you chemically? And two, what are you eating?
What chemicals are in the food as well?
Exactly.
So you say there are chemicals in the air that are constantly being sprayed on us, and there are chemicals in our food that are controlling not only our behaviors but our bodies as well.
Causing allergies, causing dis-ease in the body.
I was about to say this, and other ailments, as you were explaining to me, other ailments as well.
Right. And so when you got all these heavy toxins being dumped on you, how do you get it out? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you're constantly being inundated with toxins, Like I told you, this is the new year, this is spring, time to clean the liver. You understand what I'm saying? Because the liver is your filtering system. It holds all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't find ways to detox it and get those chemicals and toxins out of your body, then you're gonna be in a world of trouble. You know what I mean? So you gotta know how to cleanse yourself to get those toxins out. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you. Well, actually, I do have a question, but family, it's time for us to go to commercial break. Listen, I want you to know that you too are invited to this conversation. So if you have a question or a comment or something that you just want to contribute to the conversation, feel free to do so. You can do so by calling us at 215-634-8065, or you can call us toll free at 1-866-361-0900. You can also comment on our socials, and I will do my best to read your comment or your question aloud. Whatever you do, though, stay with us because we're taking just a short commercial break, but we are coming right back.
For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Get ready for our annual Jackie Robinson Day, celebrating the life and legacy of number 42, the first Black athlete to break the color barrier in Major League Baseball. Join Word Radio on Monday, April 15th from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. at the Browns Family ShopRite, 52nd and Parkside, for a special live broadcast hosted by Chris Murray and Tanya Pendleton. The celebration will feature conversations about Jackie Robinson's accomplishments and impact as an athlete and life as a civil rights activist. There will be food, prizes, and much, much more. Be there on Monday, April 15th to celebrate the life of the great Jackie Robinson. Brought to you by Comcast, the Pennsylvania Lottery, Keystone First, Pico, Hers Snack Foods, and Dietz & Watson.
Thinking about quitting tobacco? It's easier when you have help. The PA Tobacco Quit Line is ready with free coaching, medication, and more to help you quit for good. Call 1-800-QUIT-NOW. That's 1-800-QUIT-NOW to get started. Or visit smokefreephilly.org to learn more about judgment-free support and free medications that triple your chance of success. The PA Tobacco Quit Line is free, it's confidential, and it works.
Teachers are diverse, skilled leaders, innovating to prepare students for our fast-changing world. Teaching shapes lives. Are you ready? Explore teaching at teach.org, supported by the U.S. Department of Education and 1 million teachers of color.
Hey Philly, it's your favorite church girl, Kayla Jett, and I have a question for you. Do you know who your state senator is? Better yet, do you know what legislative district you're in? Did you know that there are 7 out of 50 senators representing Philadelphians in Harrisburg right now? The state senate is responsible for creating state laws, policies, and the budget. It's these people that control the minimum wage, protect women's reproductive rights, controls probation, and they created the plastic bag ban. They're elected every 2 years of a 4-year term, and this year they're on the ballot. Currently, Pennsylvania State Senate is made up of 22 Democrats and 28 Republicans. To find more 2024 election information, go to wordradio.com/2024vote. This is your word on democracy. Your vote matters. Our democracy matters. This public service announcement is brought to you by AARP.
Long nose, what's the word, boy? What's the word? What's the word?
WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
What is love?
You're listening to Love and Life on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
I think I know what love is.
Well, hey there, family. Welcome back. You are tuned in to Love and Life with Carol Riddick right here on WURD. We are talking with Brother David Levy-Bey in this hour. Well, actually, tonight, we've got him for the entire episode tonight. And we started talking about allergies. We've talked about a few things, and we're going to continue those conversations. But before we move forward, David, you shared with us about cleaning our livers. I was just about to ask if we have to fight, chemtrails and cloud seeding, I believe you said.
Right.
I know you're going to explain to us what that is, but before you do so, how do we clean our livers and how do we maintain cleaning our livers if we're fighting against all of this?
So there are herbal formulas that I have that are good at cleansing and detoxing the liver. Um, Juicing is good
Okay.
because the liver is connected to green energy. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So the liver likes green foods. Green food strengthens the liver.
Okay.
So like there's a smoothie that you could do where you would incorporate cucumbers, um, green apples, ginger, lemon, avocado, and some honey, and add a little water. And it's very good for strengthening and cleansing the liver. But we
Okay.
also got what you call energy exercises like qigong. You know what I mean? That is very good to do for the liver. You know what I mean? I actually sent you a qigong liver exercise. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because those exercises are good with helping the body to detox.
Okay.
So doing qigong is another way to strengthen your liver. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Just keep in mind, as I spoke about it before, that the liver, holds all emotions, and one of the emotions that can cause your liver to malfunction is holding on to anger and guilt. We talked about that the last show, but these emotional states weaken the liver. It's a known fact, and I told you because of my coming into this knowledge, I consider myself a liver expert. I'm telling you, if you don't pay attention to your behaviors, it can
Yeah.
affect your liver. I'm telling
Mhm.
you.
And it
Okay.
does. You're
And
absolutely.
I
You
can,
told us that too.
yeah, I can look in your eyes and see right away if you got liver issues. And you know, one of the points in your eye, which is called the emotional liver, I know if I see issues going on there that you got problems with anger. So believe me, there's a lot of people out here with liver problems because of anger. And I
Mhm.
told you, the previous show, that what is one of the sounds of a person whose liver is out of balance? Shouting. And they just loud and loud for no reason at all, just loud. That's a good indicator that they got some liver issues going on.
Well, let me ask you this because I remember you saying that. Are they loud because that's their personality type, or are they loud because of anger?
No, it could be both. You know what I mean? Some
Okay.
people's personality type is to be louder than normal. You
Mm-hmm.
understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Louder than
Mm-hmm.
normal. But at the root of it is usually there's some liver imbalance going on there.
Okay.
Because every organ in the body is connected to a certain sound. And we, who understand natural health know to listen for certain sounds in a person. Like I told you, as far as like with the lungs. When a person is depressed, they sigh a lot,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So they talk with a lot of breath. They're depressed. You know what I'm saying? You
Sure.
got to recognize the sounds of the body. You know what I mean? So you know, so when a person is extremely loud, yeah, and they might seem happy, and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
but there's usually some issues going on with the liver. You know what I mean? And that's one of
Okay.
the reasons why they're reacting the way they're acting, even though they don't realize it. You understand what I'm saying to you?
Understood. Understood.
Yeah,
Well, I
yeah.
want to go to our socials for one moment. Our
Hmm.
family members are sharing some comments. Our love light, Miss Rosalind, she says, hello to everybody. Happy new day that the Lord has made. And she's giving everyone their flowers while we can all smell them and enjoy them. She shares, I love you. You know, we love you more. Harold Sprittle is joining us and he's sharing a good evening. Oh, Harold, I'm sorry I didn't see this. Did you hear Brother David explain how to clean our livers? And if you did not, let me know and I will ask him to repeat it. And Don Reddy says, tell the brother I said Islam. All right. All right. Eric shares,
Wow.
welcome back, Brother David Levy-Bey. I was told by a friend that caffeine is a good natural remedy for a headache. Is there any truth to this? And if so, what type of caffeine? Coffee or tea?
I wouldn't suggest doing coffee when you got a headache. Listen, coffee dehydrates you.
Yes, it
Okay,
does.
and a lot of times the reason why you got a headache is because you dehydrated. You have to understand that your brain sits on a body of water. Okay, so part of the reasons why when people drink alcohol they have hangovers, they have the hangovers because they're so dehydrated that there's not enough water on the brain, so the head is banging as a result of it. So anything that causes dehydration, which coffee does, I wouldn't suggest to drink to resolve your headache issue. You
Sure.
understand what I'm saying? I would
Sure.
more or less tell you to drink some water.
Mm-hmm.
Because 9 times out of 10, the reason why you have the headache is because you don't have enough water on the brain because you're dehydrated. Okay.
Right. No, thank you for that. And I know that I know coffee to be a dehydrant. Caffeine, not coffee, caffeine to be a dehydrant. That is so so true. So true. I stay away from it.
Some of the wisdom is, it's kind of like off base. Like you'll hear people say, well, if you got a hangover, the best thing to do is drink again.
Oh, I've heard that too.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know anything about having hangovers, but I've heard people say that. I have heard people say that.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, listen, I have no shame in my game. I had my share in my day. You know what I'm saying? Which is part of the reason why my liver went kaput. But hey, you know what I'm saying? I learned better. Learn better, do better. You know what I'm saying?
that's what they say. That's what
Yep.
they say. That is exactly what they say.
And me speaking on the fact that things being connected to you astrologically, liver is connected to Sagittarians, and I am a Sagittarian, and Sagittarians are prone to have weak livers. So when you know better, you do better. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
And to that question too, because you did share that with us. But before we move forward, one of our family members is on the phone line, so I'm going to go to the phones to welcome our family into the conversation. Thank you so much for calling, and welcome to the conversation.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Carol? And your guest?
I will not complain.
I have a question. It always bothered me. Like people always say, your body is made of water, and they always say drink a lot of water. But water bothers me. It makes me nauseated. It makes me sick, and I'm not the only one. So what is that all about?
Yeah, that's a good question.
So you say what type of water are you drinking?
Regular water.
So what's regular water? That's what I'm saying. What type of water are you drinking?
Well, I think I faucet sometimes. Sometimes it's spring water. Sometimes it's the different water you buy from the market. It doesn't matter. When I drink water, it bothers my stomach, and I'm not the only one. Okay. A lot of people tell me the same thing. They say,
now do you drink?
If I do that, I'll be dead.
So do you drink it cold, or do you drink it room temperature?
I like room temperature water. I don't like
which is good. Yeah, room temperature is better. Yeah. Okay. Now you say that when you drink it, it's causing your stomach to hurt.
Yes, it does.
Okay. So what are you drinking instead of water if you're saying that it's hurting your stomach?
Well, like if I eat something, if I have a Pepsi, I'm fine.
Okay.
But if I eat dinner with water, watch out. That's what I'm saying. I don't understand it. I never did. I always had that question. And I'm not the only one. I talked to my sister. She's the same way. And other people. So I don't understand. They say drink water. It makes you the body healthy and all that.
And you say Pepsi.
It don't agree with everyone.
And so you're saying Pepsi, you feel better drinking Pepsi than drinking water?
Yes. Okay. If I have like a sandwich or something and I have water, I'm sick. But if I have a sandwich with Pepsi, I'm fine.
Yeah. That's different. That's definitely different. Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's my comment.
Okay.
I read once about an electrolyte imbalance. Does that have anything? Because I've heard that. I heard that once before.
What's that? Electrolyte imbalance? Electrolyte imbalances usually come from a deficiency in sodium and potassium. Okay. So sodium and potassium are actually in spring water. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because spring water holds trace minerals, as
Okay.
opposed to, say, drinking distilled water. Distilled water is dead water. It has no life. Okay.
Okay.
Spring water has natural trace minerals in it. Okay. And sodium and potassium is in natural spring water. Okay. But when you're talking about electrolyte imbalances, it's due to a deficiency in either sodium or potassium or both. You understand what I'm saying?
So the water wouldn't. Okay.
Right.
I read those in
No.
connection with it. I read that in
Yeah.
connection, those two in connection with one another. Have you? Does that
No.
sound familiar to you? What she was
Now, is she
sharing?
still on the line, or she hung up?
She hung up.
Okay. So here's some things that you could do to hydrate yourself to get water. You can do celery juice, because celery has a content of water in it, and celery helps to hydrate you. Okay. Cucumbers has a water content in it. You know, there's a high water content in that vegetable, and it can keep you hydrated. Okay. So those are two things right there: celery and cucumbers. Yes.
Okay.
You know, watermelon. You know, is another one. You know,
Oh,
because
right.
watermelon can keep you hydrated. You know what I'm saying, as well. You know.
Is there watermelon juice? Is there?
Yeah. Well, of course, you know, you could juice watermelon, and you could buy watermelon juice, but you just have to be careful of, like, the sugar content if you're buying it from a store. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You just got to be careful about the sugar content in it. But natural watermelon juice, juicing with watermelon in a juicer is fine.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So those are forms of ways for you to get water to keep you hydrated. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But I would love to do a consultation on her to see exactly what's going on. Because I definitely would never recommend somebody to do Pepsi instead of water.
I
So
understand
I definitely would love to see what's going on with that. You know? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Family, I see that you are commenting, and I'm going to share the comments. Harold says he did hear the response, so I'm grateful to read that. I love Light Rosalind. She's asking if we could all pray for those that were affected today by the shooting that took place this afternoon. Dave, you and I were talking about that just before we went on air.
Yeah.
There was a shooting that took place in West Philadelphia. So she's asking if we could all pray for one another and for the violence to end. Absolutely. Traquad Akeem is joining us and shares that he's watching and listening from his garden in Mississippi. Oh, that sounds amazing. Thank you, Brother David, for my consultation and my herbs. I am getting better by the day. Oh, I love that. I love that. And Malcolm says he knows exactly what we were talking about with the hangovers. He said he's been there and done that. He had those days. So I love Light. Miss Lily shares, wow, this is the absolute first time that I've heard that water can make a human being sick. We learn something new every day. I know, same here. And Eric shares, I really don't trust tap water. I'm told there's chlorine, mercury, possible pesticides in it. I try to only use it for washing clothes and bathing. So do you just simply drink bottled water, Eric? I'm just curious to know. Well, is that what you stick to, only drinking bottled water? And Don has a question. He asks, so sodium in water is necessary?
Sodium is in water. You know, I'm talking about natural spring water. I'm not talking about water that come out of a spigot with all the chemicals and drugs in it. No. I'm talking about natural spring water naturally holds trace minerals. You know, so sodium and potassium is naturally in natural spring water. You know what I'm saying? You know, distilled water, I told you, dead water doesn't carry any life. You know what I'm saying? So distilled water is not water that you should be drinking on a daily basis.
Right.
You know?
Right.
But natural spring water does hold sodium and potassium, you know, in natural spring water. You know. But, you know, everybody's different. You know what I mean?
Sure.
You know, like Dr. Wyatt the whole premise behind the book, The Body Blueprint, is learning and understanding your blueprint, or that person's blueprint. But my thing is that some things that we think that we're doing that's good ain't necessarily good just because we might feel better when we do it. You understand what I'm saying to you? So
how do we know?
There's things
how do we know
that
though?
you can do better. You know what I'm saying?
Well, to that point, Dave, we're going to go to commercial in just a second, but when we come back, I'll continue this question because I just want to know, how do we know? How do we gauge? So family, hey there, saying hello to you if you have just joined us. And hey, if you've been hanging out with us, you are tuned in to Love and Life with Carol Riddick right here on WURD. The phone lines are still open and feel free to continue to comment on our socials. We're taking a short commercial break and we will be right back.
Tune in this Saturday at 8 a.m. for Conversations with the Commissioners, hosted by Chairman Omar Sabir. Learn more about voting and how elections are run in Philadelphia by joining the conversation exclusively on Word Radio, Black Talk Media.
Family Therapy Vignette Moments with Dr. Lucille Ijoy. It's April, We're not fooling around. Take this note. You have the right to vote. Sometimes you want to give up and make a sorry frown. But it's April, and we're not fooling around. We register, we vote, we must. We're standing tall. We realize this is no joke. We're standing with the crowds. We're standing for the vote. We register, we vote, we must. We register, we vote, we must. This is Dr. Lucille Ijoy. We register, we vote, we must.
Tune in to Eagle Word Magazine, hosted by POC, the first Friday at 10 a.m. for the PA Lottery Eagle Word Fact of the Month. Brought to you by PA Lottery, benefiting older Pennsylvanians every day.
The Melanin Market. Word Radio. Katika and Youngest in Charge presents the 7th Annual Melanin Market, the premier indoor festival celebrating Black-owned businesses globally. This year's event is set for April 13th at the Pennsylvania Convention Center at 1101 Arch Street. Doors open at 10 a.m. for a day packed with cultural celebration and empowerment. Highlights include a youth pitch contest at 12 p.m., a fashion showcase at 2 p.m., and an exhilarating hair lock battle at 4 p.m. Admission is free for children under 12. Tickets are $25 at the door, but save by purchasing online for just $15. Visit themelaninmarket.com to secure your tickets. Don't miss out. Be there and check out a special WURD live broadcast hosted by Dr. Aaron Smith, the Rapper Professor, from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
We're celebrating Black influence and Black excellence worldwide on the home of progressive Black Talk Media, WURD.
You're listening to Love and Life with Carol Riddick on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
Welcome back, family. You are tuned in to Love and Life with Carol Riddick right here on WURD. We are talking with Brother David Levy-Bey all evening tonight. We're talking about allergies. We're talking about, you know what? We're talking about our health. Let's just say that under the umbrella. We're talking about everything under the umbrella of health. But before the commercial break, Brother David, you were talking with us and you were sharing that although we may have a regimen and our body may feel good with it, it may not exactly be the best for us. So how do we know, or how do we gauge, how do we determine whether it is or it is not?
Well, I'm just saying you just got to know the body for what it is as far as how we are connected with nature. You understand what I'm saying? Water is like your life source. And if you think about it, in life, you don't see any streams of Pepsi flowing down the river. You know what I mean? We're connected to the earth. So what we experience in the earth, we experience on the inside. You know,
Right.
the microcosm and the macrocosm. You know, what's out is it's also in you. You understand what I'm saying? So water is necessary because water helps to move the blood through your body. You know what I'm saying? Water helps to keep your pressure down. You know what I'm saying? Water helps with brain function because your brain sits on a body of water. You understand what I'm saying? Like we were just talking earlier about people getting headaches and migraines. You know, a lot of times it's because they don't have enough water. They don't have enough water. You know what I mean? Or people having backaches. You know what I'm saying? Or stiff joints because they don't have enough water to lubricate the joints. You understand what I mean? Soda ain't going to lubricate your joints.
Well, no, I understand. Well, she was, I think,
eat your joints up.
She was saying that when she was just making the distinction that when she drinks soda, not to say that that was her primary beverage of choice, but I understand what you're saying. I get what you're saying. But what you are also saying is that even because we need water so much, it's in our best interest to find an alternative way of getting it in our body, if in fact drinking it directly, makes us sick as it does with
It's
a family member. So you suggested either celery, watermelon, or cucumbers. Celery juice.
Celery juice. Cucumber juice.
Cucumber or
watermelon. All of those are water sources. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what the Creator put them here for you to hydrate you. You understand what I'm saying? So, you can get it from those sources. You know what I mean? But if I can do it, I'm going to drink water.
Yeah. Well, she was saying that she cannot. So to her point, that's what I'm saying. To her point, she said she could not.
Right, but Kyle, like I was saying, I would have to check her to see what's really going on. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, that would be it would be a matter of a consult with you and her, you actually looking to see what's going on. And I definitely understand that. Eric is sharing 90% of the time he drinks bottled water from the store. He finds that tap water tastes funny and it's downright nasty. His palate doesn't like it at all. And Malcolm shares that he agrees wholeheartedly. Mr. and Mrs. Smitty are checking in with us. That's Mr. and Mrs. Toms. For those of you who are unaware, they're sharing. Have a blessed night, family. And our beloved Joanne Dorman, she asks, what's the difference between distilled water and tap water?
So the tap water got a bunch of chemicals and drugs in it that was put in by the water department. You know what I mean? To make it drinkable. So you got a lot of toxins and filtration is done to tap water. I would suggest not to drink tap water. You know what I mean? Like I said, distilled water is dead water. Distilled water has no trace minerals in it. You understand what I'm saying? So you can't get minerals in your body, the proper minerals that your body need by drinking distilled water. You understand what I'm saying? Distilled water is sometimes given when people have certain health issues to be used only for a short period of time.
Okay.
But not to be your daily source of drinking water your whole life. You understand what I'm saying?
Understandable.
Yeah, because
there are no minerals.
You show me a person who drinks distilled water all the time, right? And they don't know how to put trace minerals in the water. They're going to be severely mineral deficient. Okay, because distilled water doesn't have a life. Spring water holds crystals. Spring water holds information. Okay, so you need that. You know what I'm saying? To give your body the proper hydration that it needs.
Understood.
Distilled water doesn't have crystals. Distilled water doesn't hold information. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's basically dead water. Yeah.
Understood. We have one of our family members is on the phone lines. We're going to go to the phone lines and welcome him into the conversation. Hello there, and thank you for calling, James.
Good evening, Ms. Carol.
Good evening.
I was just wondering, as far as the fear of tap water, could it affect us externally as well as internally? I mean, that seems to be my question.
It could depend. It could, depending on the type of chemicals that's in it. I mean, look at the people out there in Flint, Michigan, when they had the water problem. Those people were developing different diseases and stuff of the skin, and just from showering and stuff like that because the water was toxic. So it could, you know what I mean? Now,
like, should I purchase 30 packs or 24 packs of Dairy Park or whatever? Fill a tub up. I mean,
I'm like, for the most part, Philadelphia, as far as washing with it, I haven't seen anybody having any problems with it, but that could change. You know what I mean? Like I told you, Flint, Michigan was at one time, that water was all right too, and then it wasn't.
What happened to the filters? Remember we could purchase filters?
Yeah.
Well, they still do have filtering systems out there. There are plenty of filtering systems out there. Some of them are very expensive, but I mean they might be worth it. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think they're worth it? Do you think they're worth it?
I mean, sometimes you have no other choice. So yeah, they serve its purpose. They serve the purpose.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But a good filtering system can run you upwards of like $3,000 to $5,000.
Oh my goodness.
For a good filtering system, yeah, for a real good one. Yeah,
it's worth it.
Yeah,
if you can afford it.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Heavens to Murgatroyd.
Yeah.
All right, family. Thank you, James. Thank you so much.
Take it easy, all right.
You do. Family, for those of you who have just joined us, welcome, as always, to Love and Life with Carol Riddick, right here on WURD. We are talking about health, as we do when Brother David comes to visit with us. Our love light, Miss Rosalind, she shares, back in the day, my grandmother used to boil water and make ice cubes. She used to pour that off and then cook the meat and vegetables. I had never heard of that. Never heard of that. She also shares that she put filters on the faucet, and even when taking a shower, she shares you have to keep the shower head clean. For some reason, our water is really bad, and she has very sensitive skin.
Right.
Especially back in the day, her mother would give her oatmeal baths and not soap. That's interesting. Mrs. Joanne Dormond, she shares, thank you so much, David, because she was going to juice organic celery earlier. So thank you for that. But you were about to say something, David.
No, okay. Celery, and just to tell her, celery keeps you hydrated, okay, and then it strengthens your bones. Remember when I spoke in previous shows about the doctrine of signatures, which deals with foods that resemble your body parts, and the Creator, putting those foods there to deal with those specific body parts. Celery, if you look at the stalks, looks like your bones, okay? And celery is good for bone strength, okay? And celery is high in sodium, which you need for bone strength. You understand what I'm saying? And celery keeps you hydrated. You know what I'm saying? It keeps you hydrated because it has a high water content in it. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted to touch on, like, what's going on with your blood, so we can understand, what's going on with your blood. Now, every human being, every adult human being carries approximately 10 pints, which is approximately 5 liters of blood in their body. Okay, which it travels on a complete circuit around the body when the body's at rest in around just 1 minute. The 10 pints of blood is circulating through your whole entire body when you're at rest. Okay, and so the components of your blood includes your red blood cells, which is your erythrocytes, and your white blood cells, which are your leukocytes. Okay. Then you have platelets, you have proteins, you have chemicals, and you have plasma. Okay. Now the dish-shaped red blood cells, the erythrocytes, right? They're in your bone. They're produced in your bone marrow. Okay.
Okay.
And the those blood cells there, they contain hemoglobin, okay, which carries oxygen. All right. And it's responsible for the red color of your blood when you bleed.
When you
and it's red. Yeah, the
when
oxygen from the hemoglobin is
right.
responsible for making it red. Okay.
I read that once. I'm going to pause you for one moment. Family,
Sure.
stay with us. We're taking a commercial break, but we will be right back.
It's the WURD Hot 60. Hot 60.
Here's the hottest 60 seconds you missed this week on The Source.
Council member Kendra Brooks serves as an at-large minority leader in the Philadelphia City Council. Where did the whole idea of the Working Families Party come from, and how did you get involved in it?
Kind of fell into it. A lot of my organizing organizations that I was a part of here in Philadelphia are also connected to the movement around Working Families Party that was in New York and the Acorn movement around organizing. So they actually approached me. They said they were looking for someone to run for public office that was authentically who they are. And I was like, that's me, but I'm having no interest in politics. I'm happy with community organizing, traveling around the country, teaching restorative justice, and making sure families like mine or families not so like mine have the same opportunities that, other folks have.
And that's the hottest 60 seconds this week on The Source on WURD, Progressive
Black Talk Media.
Word Radio Digital Tip of the Month is brought to you by Comcast.
What do you think happens to your digital footprint when you pass away? Who gets access to those social media accounts, your online bank, or that Netflix subscription after you're gone? There are a lot of things to consider right now about your digital afterlife. Will any photos be downloaded and saved? Would you want someone to take over your Facebook page? Do you have a hard drive where sensitive information is saved that someone might need to access? Some social media platforms allow you to designate what they call a legacy contact, but you should also consider the idea of a digital will. It works in a similar way to a regular will, but it will designate someone to be in charge of all your online accounts and provide them with login information and your instructions on how to manage those accounts after you're gone. It's not necessarily something we want to think about, but a little advanced planning for your digital afterlife can make things easier for the loved ones we leave here. Stay tuned to WURD for more tips and stay connected with us at wordradio.com.
Hi, this is Christian Scott, and April is Jazz Appreciation Month. Did you know that as a young man, Louis Armstrong revolutionized American music? He almost single-handedly transformed jazz from an ensemble music into a solo art and taught other musicians how to swing and scat sing. And another thing that people don't know, that Louis Armstrong is actually responsible for the modern trumpet range. Before Pops came along, guys couldn't play notes like high C's and F's, but he stayed up there all day. So to give him his props, you should keep swinging and listening and supporting jazz. Jazz, born in America, enjoyed worldwide. For more information, visit smithsonianjazz.org.
EcoFest is back. Save the date for the 2024 EcoFest Earth Day celebration, Creating Black Green Futures, Saturday, April 20th from 1 p.m. until 5 p.m. at the historic Belmont Mansion in beautiful Fairmount Park. This festival-style celebration will feature panel conversations with leading environmentalists, music, workshops, vendors, and much more. Stay tuned to WURD for more exciting details. Remember, Saturday, April 20th at the historic Belmont Mansion. This year's EcoFest Earth Day celebration is brought to you by Keystone First, the Pennsylvania Lottery, Comcast, and PICO. We are the home of progressive Black Talk Media. This is WURD 900 AM and 96.1 FM, Philadelphia. Streaming online on wordradio.com and the Word Radio app.
Let me tell you something, and don't you ever forget it. Success is nothing without someone you love to share it with.
You're listening to Love and Life with Carol Riddick on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
Hey there, family. Welcome back. You are tuned in to Love and Life with Carol Riddick right here on WURD. Welcome to the top of the second hour. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are talking with Brother David Levy-Bey tonight, and we're talking about our health. That's what we're talking about. Before the break, Brother Dave was sharing with us about our blood. The last thing you said was that hemoglobin creates oxygen. I
Right.
wanted to leave that point of reference, but one of our family members has a question for you, if that's all right. One family member is checking in. Hey there, Tony. Welcome to have you. Tony, welcome to have you. Did you hear that? Glad to have you join us. Welcome. Hi, Tony. Tony Brown, that is. Welcome to have you. Heavens to Murgatroyd. Another love light, Dolores Davis, is checking in, and she shares greetings, everybody. If the skin absorbs anything in 28 seconds, when bathing or showering, should it be quickly? That's a great question. What would you say to that, Brother Dave?
Well, you've heard me say before that your skin is the largest eliminated organ on your body, your skin.
Okay. Okay.
So, of course, if you're washing, the water is going through your pores, so it's entering your body internally. You understand what I'm saying? It all depends on, the source of the water, if it's good or not. You know what I mean? Like I said, I keep going back to the Flint, Michigan situation. Eventually their water got so bad that it was not even no longer good for washing up. That's how
Right.
bad it got. It was not only just a point of you could not drink it anymore, you couldn't even bathe with it anymore. You understand what I'm saying? Fortunately, we haven't reached that point yet here in Philadelphia. But if you remember last summer, we had a little water scare.
Yes, we did.
It could happen. It could.
Well, listen, we're not far from it. We're not
Right.
far from it at all. That's what it showed me.
So my thing is that things enter your body through the skin. You know what I'm saying? Even allergies are caused by things getting into your skin, like when I tell you about cat and dog dander,
Right.
because of parasites. It gets to your skin and it can cause issues.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But and I'll touch on that. But what I was saying about the hemoglobin, right? Okay, what it does is the hemoglobin goes to your cells and tissues, right? And the oxygen in the hemoglobin, right, once it goes into the cells and tissues, is exchanged for carbon dioxide, which goes to your lungs to expel it. Okay, which is one of the reasons why, and some people might not want to hear this, but I'm here to tell the truth, which is one of the reasons why you shouldn't be wearing masks all the time, because you breathe in oxygen and you breathe out carbon dioxide, and carbon dioxide is a poison. Your body is expelling a poison. Okay, now when you have a mask on your face, guess where it's going? It's going right back into your system. Okay, so it's lowering your immune system and it's making you sicker.
So you're saying we should not be wearing masks?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely not. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not protecting you. Okay. That's lowering your immune system. All right. All right. Think about it. You got a mask on your face. Where's the carbon dioxide going? We know that it's a toxin. That's why you're breathing it out. How do your body expel toxins? Through the skin. So that's why it's important to exercise so you can sweat. Okay. Through defecation, through urination, right? And through breathing. Okay. So you're breathing in oxygen, which is helping your body, and your oxygen is circulating through your system. But when it's coming out, what is it gathering as it's going through your system?
Right.
It's gathering all the toxins for you to expel out when you breathe out.
Gotcha.
You inhale oxygen, you exhale toxins. You get toxins out. You understand what I'm saying? So what happens when you got a mask on your face? it's going right back in your system.
Right.
You're
I see what you're
poisoning your
saying.
system.
I
You're
definitely
poisoning your
understand what you're
system, and
saying.
you're lowering your immune system. You
Dave, hold
understand
on
what I'm
one
saying?
moment. I'm going to go to our phone lines. One of our
Absolutely.
family members, Jane, is calling in. Hi there, Jane. Thank you for calling and welcome to the conversation.
Well, good evening. And Dr. Black, I am drinking bottled water at the source. So I'm drinking the right water. And I'm going to get my cucumbers and celery. I don't have a real juicer, but I'm hoping some way my blender could hit liquefy and make me the juice
Okay.
for the celery, I hope. But
Well,
anyway, I could use them for snacks.
right. I mean, what you could do is add a little water to the celery that you're trying to juice, right?
Yes.
And then use a strainer when you're pouring it out.
Yeah.
You know, so that the strainer catches all the pulp and get more of the juice. You understand what I'm saying to you?
Yes, sir. I understand. I do.
Okay.
Now, Dr. David, I was on a water pill. I started January 27th for some swollen feet because I was doing too much salt, too much Chinese food. And that water pill, sir, it took me down from 150 pounds to 132. And I look like a skeleton.
Well, it's just your body showing you how much water weight you was retaining from that. You know what I mean? From the sodium in the Chinese food and stuff. But you know, which I'm trying to explain to people, that's even the form of an allergy. When you eat something and it causes swelling in your body, that's an allergy. You know what I mean? Because that's your body showing you that you're doing something wrong. You know what I mean? Because you shouldn't be swelling up like that. So it's the food. It's a food allergy, and that's how your body is showing it. You know what I mean? Most people relate allergies to itchy eyes, you know, runny nose, welts. You know what I'm saying? It's not only that. You know, allergies can come in the form of headaches. Allergies can come in the form of dizziness. You know, there's different ways allergies can come, you know, on you. You know, your body swelling from having eaten a certain food is an allergy. It's a form of an allergy. Like when people have problems with eating a lot of seafood, you know, they swell up. You know, it's your body letting you know, I'm allergic to this. I don't want this. You know what I'm saying? And you have to pay more attention to your body. You know, but one of the things, like, and I'm going to go over like how I find allergies in people and the antidotes that I use to help correct the condition, because everybody's different. But one of the reasons why you were retaining fluid is because what you were eating was robbing your body of a vitamin called paradoxin, which is vitamin B6. And when your body's deficient in paradoxin, you will hold on to water. You understand what I'm saying? Also, your astrological makeup could play an effect too, because what is your sign? Are you a water sign?
I'm a Scorpio. I think that's.
There you go. There you go. Okay.
What?
So Scorpio is a water sign. So what I'm trying to tell you is that part of y'all problem is that y'all have a tendency to hold on to fluid because you're a water sign. So one of the reasons why is that you'll be losing vitamin B6, which is paradoxin. The other thing that's a big problem for water signs is a deficiency in ferritin phosphate, which is iron. Okay, and when your body is deficient in iron and you're a water sign, you start holding on to fluid. You understand what I'm saying? So you know, I don't know if you had any anemia problems in the past, but you being a water sign, anemia problems, you'll start swelling up.
Well, the swelling is going down in the feet. The ankles is still fat, and I'm doing some physical therapy exercises for that. And my knees, they were swollen. They going down. But the bad part is that I'm 129.9 pounds. I'm 68 years old, and I look like death. I look like a skeleton. And I'm eating 3 meals a day and 3 snacks. I haven't gained no weight back. I don't have no fat on me no more. I'm just a mess, and I'm.
Do you know your blood? Do you know your blood type?
Oh no. Mm-mm.
You got to find that out, because you could be eating something that's keeping you from gaining any weight, or you could have something going on with your thyroid. Because if your thyroid is out of balance, a thyroid which deals with metabolism, can impede their body's ability to gain or lose weight.
Voila.
So it could be an issue going on with the thyroid, you know what I'm saying? Or you know, just a situation of you're eating foods which cause allergies. You're eating foods that are not allowing you to gain weight. Give you a prime example. A person that's O blood type, red meat stimulates the thyroid, speeds up metabolism for a person that's an O blood type. Okay, I've had clients come to see me complaining about they want to gain weight and find out that they're blood type O, and I said, "Do you eat a lot of red meat?" And they'll say, "Oh yeah, I love it." You know, one client in particular said she loved beef bacon. She loved it. She craved it all the time, and she was thin, real thin. And I told her, I said, if you continue to keep eating the beef bacon, you're not going to gain any weight because that's revving up your metabolism so fast that you burn up everything as soon as you eat it. You know what I'm saying? So what you would have to do is do things to slow your metabolism down to allow you to gain weight, and maybe have to take a natural supplement for your thyroid to balance it out so that you can gain weight. You understand what I'm saying?
What kind of natural thyroid thing would it be?
Well, I would have to, you know, I would have to have a consultation with you to see what's going on.
Oh, you
understand
can't
what
say
I'm
in
saying?
general.
Yeah, because just to tell you something in general wouldn't really be serving your purpose. You understand what I'm saying? Because, you know, I could tell you something that I know that deals with it, but that might not be what you need. You understand what I'm saying to you? I would need to actually, you know, do a consultation to see what's what. Then I can find out, and then I can give you the best recommendation at that point. You understand? Yeah. But those water pills that they give you to you know, lose water. See, the thing is that it's a gift and a curse. Yeah, you lose the fluid, but it causes other issues. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you want to do something natural to help get the fluid out of your body, which is, like I said, when you're retaining water, there's usually an issue with vitamin B6, which is paradoxin, which when your body is deficient in vitamin B6, you'll hold on to water. You know what I mean? And like I said, by you being a water sign, which I figured just by the stuff that you were telling me, I'm like, when you're a water sign, you know, deficiency in B6, deficiency in ferrous phosphate, you're going to hold on to water. Okay?
Thank you so much for calling. Thank you. I'm going to go to line 2. Ron is calling us. Hi there, Ron. Thank you. First of all, thank you for calling, but thank you for your patience. I'm terribly sorry.
Yes. David, let me say, bread of heaven, feed me, so I want to know more. And because this body, the true light temple, from the head to the bottom of my feet. And I go through a regimen for many, many years. I look at my toenails. I keep them clean. I don't have none of. And in my fingernails, I have no sign of the dark signs in my fingernails. And what I have done for years and years with my body, I eat to live, not live to eat.
Great.
And because of it, my waist, under my arms, everything in my body is clean. I go through a regimen with the water, and it has certainly done wonderful for me. And for a man my age, in the lower part of my body, my body works like a time machine. That means that at a certain time, every morning, my body goes into this natural order of things, causing the lower part of my body to function. The other thing, Dave, is that in cleaning your teeth, all those things, gums, all those things, your nose, I clean my nose out every morning. I go through that process. And my washing is so important. And because of my energy at my age, and the Lord has blessed me with good genes at this age, and taking care of myself. And I hear a lot of people be talking about elders and their age and they're this and that. I'm just fortunate not to have diabetes. I'm very fortunate not to have some other disease that maybe elders have. It's because I've learned to take care of myself. My diet, when I go to relieve myself from my waist, I have not any large odor in that process. And hey, I just be thinking to myself sometimes, how blessed God has blessed me to be able to take care of my body and my skin and all like that. A man my age is because what you consume in, it comes out. And then there's another thing, sir. There's another thing, is that meditation. The meditation is is very important. And saying all that, you said something one week, and I totally disagree with that, sir. And that is about the signs of the Leo sign, the heart. And I'm very fortunate that I don't have that type of problem. When I went to see one of my doctors, my doctors were saying about me. He was saying, you got good genes, et cetera, et cetera. And when they did these tests, I get my tests, I don't allow anyone to go into my rectum. It was brought to my attention. I don't care what everybody else say. And because of it, I don't have that. The body replenishes itself. Be still, my child. Watch what you eat. He said it in the mouth, but I'm just saying, and because of that's why I feel good. And for a man my age, I'm very fast. And when I was a young man, I was extremely fast because I've taken care of myself. David, what is that? Those things in a man or either a woman's nail, where they have that different color in their nails. Where do that come from? Because I don't have none of the colors in my nails like that.
Sometimes it could be from iron deficiency, it's especially, or zinc deficiency. When you see white spots in your fingernails and stuff, it's like deficiency in zinc, So there's different things that could be going on when you see discolorization in the nails. You know what I'm saying? But, I would actually have to see their fingernails to know exactly what is going on, as well as looking in their eyes, which that I do. But Ryan, you sound good for your age, because you don't sound no different than you did back in the day when I was on URD with Dr. Wyatt. So you still sound the same. Your voice sounds strong.
Yeah.
So, I'm pretty sure you probably still look the same. You know what I mean?
Yes. Hey, David, it's like this, David. It's because I do not give negativity no life. We was out the other day. On Broad Street. And me and the elders got to singing. We got to singing out there and crying and all that. All these things is so important. And I don't know, this lady told me this. God be my witness what I'm getting ready to say. Y'all don't have to because you didn't hear it. She said, Ryan, you'll live to be 100. This elder told me this the other day. I said, well, you don't know and I don't know, but I certainly hope so. But the positive that you put in, and I be saying to all females, I'm looking at my female women, I'm looking at them, and I'm saying to myself that, oh, beloved, let's look at Cicely Tyson there. Many others, sir. Let's look at her. I guess she was blessed with good genes. And this is why I be saying to Carol all the time. The other day, and I've been listening to Carol for years and years. The other day, Carol home mentality and the way she was speaking. And I picked up that peace within her. And I think that was it was Monday. It might have been Monday. Yeah, Monday. It was Monday. Isn't that something? And because, Carol do a lot of things. She's singing all like that. And when I be saying, David, and this is very, I remember Dr. Wyatt, I was listening to him when he was going through his class and listening at the lady that raised me. And because of it, I feel better. And I thank God. And I'll be telling Carol, and don't tell her, remind her, she's the lily of the valley. And you know about that herb, that lily of the valley. Mm-hmm. That's what Carol needs to do at the age that she begins to each and every day of her life. Peace. Peace in her life. You're facing a lot of things, Carol.
Absolutely.
And you want to rest. So my cover, Carol.
Yes.
When you get a chance, tell Jeff Bradshaw to tell his aunt, Miss Betty, that Ryan said hello. And
I sure will.
Yes. So I thank you very much, hey, Carol. Where can I buy me? I want to get Dr. Buzzard in the Savannah Band. I want to get that album because I'm getting ready to do some. Huh?
I may have an extra one.
Oh, I need that album because I'm
Okay.
getting
Well,
something.
I will off
Thank you,
air.
Dave.
I will make sure. I will make sure.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Cal. Thank you,
You're
WRD of Love and Life. Thank you very much.
You are
All right,
welcome.
Ron.
You are welcome. And so, in about 2 minutes, we're going to go to commercial break. But one of our beloveds has a question for you, Dave, because of the comment you made about masks, about wearing masks.
Right.
You stated that we shouldn't be wearing masks because we inhale oxygen, but we exhale toxins.
Right.
Carbon dioxide, exactly.
Right.
In that we're exhaling toxins, and because when we wear our masks, we are inhaling those toxins again over and over again.
Yeah.
So our beloved has a question for you, but we're going to take a commercial break, and family, we're coming right back.
Starting March 3rd, tune into Afro Unity Beats, Sundays at 5 p.m., hosted by Brother Shamari, David Barnes, and Patrick Adzaru. Afro Unity Beats features contemporary Afro beats melded with traditional African, Caribbean, and Black-rooted musical forms from around the diaspora. Check out the weekly artists from different parts of the diaspora discussing the latest sounds from their part of the world and the history of their musical origins. That's Afro Unity Beats every Sunday, except the fourth Sunday at 5 p.m. only on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
The Pennsylvania Lottery's $160 million cash blowout scratch-off will have you ready to step up your A game. A little birdie told me you could have a chance to win top prizes for $3 million. Pick up the Pennsylvania Lottery's $160 million cash blowout scratch-off for the ultimate hole-in-one. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Problem gambling? Helpline 1-800-GAMBLER.
Only 1 in 5 people with disabilities, including those with autism, are employed, despite many having the skill set and desire to work.
Maybe it's because employers don't know what kind of jobs they can do?
Okay, try me.
What about a programmer?
That is a job for someone with autism.
What about a teacher?
That is a job for someone with autism.
Oh, how about a healthcare worker?
Yes, those are all jobs for someone with autism. The truth is, qualified people with autism can do a lot of different jobs, but often get overlooked due to outdated stigmas and beliefs. Businesses value diversity, but sometimes don't recognize the unique strengths and abilities of the autism community. Introducing WIN, the Workplace Inclusion Now program by Autism Speaks. We help businesses lead the way in inclusive hiring.
Ooh, what about a ranch hand?
Yeah! Sure, that's a job for someone with autism too. To learn more, go to autismspeaks.org/win. That's autismspeaks.org/win.
Tune in every Saturday at 4 p.m. for the Did You Know Show with host Bryant Green, right here on WURD 96.1 FM and 900 AM.
Stand with Word Radio as we continue to provide dynamic, progressive programming to inform and empower our people. We're living in unprecedented times, and we must stand together to protect and preserve Black Talk Media. Become a 4-Word member with the annual membership price of just $90 or a digital member starting at just $5 per month. If you're already a 4-Word member, sign up, family member, or a friend to help us continue making history. Start or renew your 4-Word membership today. Visit wordradio.com/4word or wordradio.com/membership.
Long nose, what's the word, boy? What's the word? What's the word?
WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
What is love?
You're listening to Love and Life on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
I think I know what love is.
Well, hey there, family. Welcome back. You are tuned in to Love and Life with Carol Riddick right here on WURD. We are talking with Brother David Levy-Bey, and we are talking about our health And Brother Dave, you shared with us, you shared something, and one of our love lights said, wait a minute, I've got a question about that. Before I share that, though, Joey Dixon is checking in and he's saying hello and sending love. And he says, Dr. Wyatt plays sax. That Dr. Wyatt, that Dr. Wyatt. And I wanted to make sure I shared that with you. So our love light, Miss Rosalind, she shares, so we still have COVID. And you're suggesting that we go around people without our masks. How is that and why?
Well, first of all, to each his own. Because some people are going to do what they want to do no matter what you say.
Absolutely.
So that's fine. But I'm going to tell you some real truth. Okay. And the thing is that what you shouldn't be focusing on is wearing a mask as much as you should be focusing on strengthening your immune system. That's what's going to allow you to come around people who are possibly sick. If your immune system's weak, then guess what? You're going to get sick because your immune system's weak. And the mask isn't helping to make your immune system strong. The mask is weakening your immune system. Okay? Now, of course, what is being projected on the masses is that's a great thing to do. Okay? But us doctors of natural health profession know better. You know what I mean? But because most people do stuff that they're being told by their government without taking a critical look at it or thinking. You know, most people who are wearing these masks don't even know nothing about carbon dioxide. They don't know. They don't know that they're breathing in carbon dioxide. You know what I'm saying? They just they told me to wear a mask. I'm gonna wear it. But the truth of the matter is, that's what you're doing. You're breathing in poison, which is lowering your immune system. And there's many of doctors who have admitted to this. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the only one. You know.
So let me ask you this. I'm sorry to interject. So are you saying that if we strengthen our immune systems that we won't get COVID?
What I'm saying is that when you strengthen your immune system, it protects you against most things. You understand what I'm saying? You know, people think, oh, no, that can't be true. Oh, absolutely it is. I'm living proof. You know what I mean? You know how many clients I've had that had COVID? I didn't wear a mask and I didn't get sick.
Right.
You know,
right.
because I know what I'm dealing with. You understand what I'm saying? You know, and you know, here's the thing that you know a lot of people don't know. When we talk about the spraying in the sky, you know what I mean, the chemtrails and stuff, right? So part of what's being sprayed on the crops out there, the food crops that you eating from, glyphosate, which is a weed killer. Okay, but the other thing that glyphosate does is it robs the mineral content in the soil of iron. Okay, and when it's robbing the minerals content in the soil of iron, which it affects most people of African and Mediterranean descent, iron is very necessary for oxygen. And so if it's causing an anemia problem among people, then it's also affecting the hemoglobin, which produces oxygen. I just read it to you. You know what I mean? Now what's happening? So you're not getting enough oxygen in your lungs. So guess what? You're gonna have breathing problems. You can't breathe. Okay. This is what people, you understand what I'm saying to you?
So, and let me ask you this. Yes, I do. You know, but we're sharing this information. You are sharing this with a lot of family members who may possibly be hearing this for the first time. So, you were sharing with us about chemtrails, and you were talking also about cloud seeding.
Right.
What? Now, you were sharing with us what chemtrails are, but what is cloud seeding? What is that?
Well, that's basically the same thing. So what they're doing is they're flying planes and they're seeding the clouds to make it rain more. So in other words, you might be getting a little rain, but you might be getting a downpour because it was assisted. Have you looked at sometimes the sky cover, it don't even look natural. It's all gray. It's all gray. And it's like, what's going on? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's because they're creating the cloud cover. And it's a scientifically known fact. You know?
Well, this is true. We've got a lot of politicians right now who are in constant discussion and disagreement about chemtrails and cloud seeding.
Right.
So absolutely, absolutely.
But I could show you plenty of footage to let you know that this is not hearsay, that this is a real thing. You know what I mean?
And that's what I'm saying. I mean, to your
Yeah.
point, this is Congress is discussing it now. We've got politicians who are in constant disagreement about chemtrails, about cloud seeding, about chemicals being dumped in our water.
Yeah, you know,
So,
in Mexico they don't even allow it. You know what I'm saying? They don't even allow cloud seeding, or chemtrails over in Mexico. They don't. Their government don't play that.
but why would they? Why would they?
No,
though?
no, exactly.
Why would they? Why would
No,
they? You know.
absolutely.
So one of our beloveds, our love light asks, so if it's a real thing, how do we get around all of this? Since we have to live each and every day, you say the water is, pretty much bad and they're spraying our food. So how do we survive?
By educating ourselves, into what we need to do to remain healthy. Try to drink the best water you can. Try to eat the right foods. Might come to a point where we have to grow our own food.
Yeah,
I mean,
well,
that's a very real thing.
I think we are there right now because
Yeah.
if we're talking about cloud seeding and we're talking about chemtrails, then that's affecting the food that is being grown. And we've already acknowledged that the Food and Drug Administration does not have our best interest, and we also know that there are foods that are sold in our very own country that are banned in other countries because of the effects it has on us. So I think we're there already. I think we've been there for quite some time where we need to,
So, Kyle, I wanted to go over a couple things because I know time is flying. And I wanted to talk about some of the things that I deal with when I'm dealing with people with certain allergies. Once I do my allergy evaluations and find out that they have allergies to these things, what I put them in categories, and then what antidotes I recommend. So the first thing that I'm gonna deal with is like the yeast series. Okay, so these particular foods can cause yeast environments in the body. Okay, and one of the things that when you're dealing with yeast is to take the mineral zinc because it helps with fighting yeast. But these particular foods right here are foods that are known to cause yeast problems, and these are foods that are known foods that cause a lot of allergies. So in this particular group here, you're talking about barley, which is a grain. You're talking about cherries, okay, millet, which is also a grain, potatoes, prunes, raisins, rye, and walnuts. Those foods are known to cause yeast environments in the body. Okay. Now this might not apply to every particular person. I'm just telling you these particular foods that are known allergens and how I deal with them. Okay. So with that series right there, with those particular foods, if I find somebody that's dealing with allergies with those particular foods, one of the things that I might recommend is thiamine, which is vitamin B1. Okay. Paradoxin, in addition to that, which I talked about earlier, which is vitamin B6, which deal with fluid. Okay. Then zinc, okay, which is helping to strengthen your immune system. And then an amino acid called lysine. And lysine is an amino acid that helps with the absorption of calcium and vitamin D and magnesium. And lysine, if a person's deficient in lysine, they won't be able to sleep well. With women who have terrible menstrual cycles, lysine helps to reduce the heavy bleeding. It has a lot of good benefits. You know what I'm saying? Helps to eliminate herpes. Yeah, go ahead.
What about Brazil nuts? Ms. Viola is asking. And hello there, beloved. What about Brazil nuts?
So people can have allergies to Brazil nuts. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is that what I'm going over are things that are the most common allergens. Although people could have allergies to Brazilian nuts, people can have allergies to almonds. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm going over
These are the most common.
Yes.
Okay. And
Yeah.
before you continue, because I want you to be mindful of this too, a caller has a question. The caller is not on the line, but the caller does have a question. It was something that you shared, and the caller is asking if you could repeat.
Okay. All right. What was it then? Before I
The
go.
caller was asking about what vegetables and fruits you shared that clean the liver.
So I said that you could juice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cucumber. You
Mm-hmm.
could avocado.
Oh, I wrote it down. I have
Yeah.
it. The
Yeah.
cucumbers, green apples,
Yep.
ginger, lemon, avocado, honey, and a little water.
Mm-hmm.
You could
Yep.
juice. You
And
could juice.
that helps. Well, you could juice that and or mix it up in a blender, and that'll help you with strengthening your liver. It's good for helping to strengthen the liver. There's a whole lot of other things too, but that just to name something real quick. That's something that you can do that's very good. I do it myself from time to time. Okay.
How often do you do it, David?
So I might do it 2-3 times a week. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
In addition to like other things, you know what I'm saying? But my liver is really strong in comparison to when I first came into this knowledge. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Because
Right.
yeah, I don't have to do liver cleanses the way I used to back in the day. I used to do liver cleanses every single day. You know what I
Okay.
mean, to keep my liver clean. But my liver's stronger now. You know what I'm saying? So
So
yeah, it
what's
works.
a liver cleanse that you would do every day?
So this is like a herbal formula, which would involve a series of different herbs. Like some
Okay.
things like golden seal, barberry, gentian root. It's a herbal combination. You
I
know what I'm
got you.
saying?
Okay.
Which, like I said, someone would need to come to see me or have a consultation with me. To find out if they would need to do something like that. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
To you?
Okay.
But so the next series that I'm dealing with is what we call rice series. Okay, and the foods in this series will give you known allergies are cinnamon, curry, which is a spice, blueberries, grapes, strawberries, watermelon, wine, and pumpkin, like pumpkin seeds. Okay.
Oh wow.
What,
Okay.
what, if you have allergies to those particular foods, let's say, then the things that I would give to help, be an antidote to help correct that allergy would be like vitamin B12, okay?
Okay.
A mineral called manganese. Now, manganese, you heard me talk about earlier about them spraying manganese in the sky, causing people to act crazy and want to kill each other.
Right.
But we also need manganese because it's a mineral that helps regulate your blood sugar. Okay, so it all depends on how it's used. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
So manganese, the amino acids arginine and proline, and beets like beet powder, and food called yucca. Those
Oh
are
yeah.
good. Yeah, those are good for if a person has allergies of those particular foods. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So the next group I'm talking about, the next group is wheat. Okay.
Wheat.
Now, wheat allergies normally become a real issue in the summer. Okay. More than
Okay.
any other time. You can have wheat allergies at any time of the year, but they really are known to be a real problem in the summer when a person has wheat allergies. And what I told you about wheat, the gluten, you have villi in your small intestine. It's
Mm-hmm.
just little finger hairs to help you absorb nutrients. What wheat does, the gluten from the wheat wears villi down, which the food can pass through with no absorption of the nutrients, which they call celiac disease, because you're not absorbing any nutrients. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
And wheat is the one particular food that's also connected with airborne allergies. Because the airborne allergies that are connected with wheat are feathers, dust, detergents, and cat and dog dander. You know what I mean? So
Yes.
those are all connected, with wheat. And what I usually recommend for a person to do when they're dealing with those type of allergies is I might recommend for them to do essential fatty acids, magnesium, histidine, which is an amino acid that helps you with allergies. But your body will form a natural histidine. That's why you get an allergic reaction in the first place. When your body has over responded to something, the reason why you might itch and break out and stuff is because your white blood cells are activating the histidine. You know what I'm saying? What's letting you know that your body is got what it's considering an invader in there, and so your body's overreacting, trying to get rid of it. You know what I mean? That's what basically allergy is all about. You know what I mean? So, but histidine, I might recommend with those particular allergies to help correct it, as well as say a herb like black walnut or kelp or spirulina. You know what I mean?
Okay, I understand that. But one moment, because we've got to take a commercial break. I do want to let you know, Dolores, I do see your question. When we come back from commercial break, I'm going to ask David to answer your question. Family, stay with us because we are coming right back.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. My grandpa Lou is the reason why my dad and I started racing, and I'm really proud to follow in his tracks. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. I've learned a lot on this journey with my grandpa Lou, and the memories of my grandpa will always be with me. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Talking about Alzheimer's can be really tough. But if you notice something, have a conversation with your loved one. Encourage them to see a doctor or offer to go with them. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. The Alzheimer's Association provides care, support, and research to help you take control of the situation with your family and manage the disease together. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. Visit alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Hi, this is Nina Freelon. Did you know that April is Jazz Appreciation Month? And did you know that jazz represents the cultural heritage of the United States? It has its roots in blues and ragtime and then swing, bebop, and beyond. There's so much to learn and so much to love. So celebrate this glorious music called jazz. Go to a jazz concert, explore a new era or musician, learn how to dance to jazz, but whatever you do this month and every month, enjoy jazz. Made in America, enjoyed worldwide.
Tune into Solutions with Amadi Braxton, Fridays from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. on WURD 900 AM and 96.1 FM. Progressive Black Talk Media. Streaming online at wordradio.com, on social, and on the Word Radio app.
It's too black, which means it's too strong.
We're celebrating Black influence and Black excellence worldwide on the home of progressive Black Talk Media, WURD.
You're listening to Love and Life with Carol Riddick on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
Well, hey there, family. Welcome back. You are tuned in to Love and Life with Carol Riddick right here on WURD. We are talking with Brother David Levy-Bey tonight. And the time always goes by so fast, David. It goes by so quickly. Before we move forward, though, because one of our family members called and said, what is David's contact information? And you are absolutely right, because we did not share that. So if you'd like to call or email Brother Dave, you can do so by dialing 856-209-4379. That's his phone number. Or you can email him at the letter D, LEAVY83 at gmail.com. I'm going to leave that visible. I'm going to leave that on the screen for you to see just for a while for those of you who are watching our socials. And I'll ask, I'll actually repeat it before we are off the air. Our beloved Donna Baker is checking in, and I love light Edith Sanders. She asks to repeat the cleanse, the liver cleanse. It was cucumbers, green apples, ginger, lemon, avocado, honey, and a little bit of water. That's to make what do you call it? A drink.
Yeah, it's like smoothie.
Is it?
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
But
yeah.
it helps with strengthening your liver. You
And
know what I'm
Dave,
saying?
our love light Dolores, she has a question for you. She is asking. She said those things, the chemtrails. She's asking about chemtrails, and she's asking, won't they go around the whole wide world? Is that not true? They don't go around the whole world.
So they fly planes in local areas. So wherever they're not flying it, you know what I'm saying, the chemtrails aren't affecting. You know what I mean? Like I told you, Mexico has a no-fly zone with that. They don't want chemtrails. They don't want cloud seeding. So they don't have that over there. You know what I mean? But usually the chemtrails going to affect the area in which the planes are flying. Like I said, all people gotta do is start paying attention to the sky. You start seeing grid patterns being formed in the sky. That's not a commercial flight. How is that happening? You know what I mean? That's not taking you from point A to point B. They're doing
Right.
something, right? And then watch it, pay attention. When you start seeing it, watch it starts raining the next day. How many times have I said that to you, Carol? And it
You
rained
have.
right after
No,
it
you
happened.
did.
Yeah.
No, you did. You
know what I
did. You
mean?
absolutely brought it to my attention. You did. You did. You did. And Miss Rosalind shares, and that's why we have so little snow and you don't see birds anymore. Well, let me tell you, there was someone who posted yesterday. I don't know where this was, but the gentleman, he went live to show that the birds were on the ground. They were on the ground. Some were alive, some were not, but the ones that were alive, they weren't mobile. They were you could see that they were alive, but they were on the ground. So listen, if we don't pay attention,
Yeah, pay attention.
Ms. Viola, I want to express my condolences once again. I know you shared this story with us some time ago, but you're sharing again about your husband, your beloved. She shares that her husband was an alcoholic. He had throat cancer, radiation, then chemotherapy. His first dose was too strong. It went straight to his liver, and he didn't live a year. He transitioned at 62, and she shares that he was a medic in the army during Vietnam at the hospital in Korea. He was their Dr. Frank, but he couldn't save himself.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah,
And Dolores shares, yes, it does. She's asking, does it move with the clouds? Do the chemicals move with the clouds? And she shares, yes, the man-made clouds are dark. She's recognized them as well.
Yeah, absolutely. The chemicals move with the clouds, but they're in that cloud space. But what I'm saying is that's what's causing the extra rain. You know what I mean? And so, they assist what's already about to happen. It's Gary rain. They assist the rain, and then it rains like crazy. But what is raining on you? That's the problem.
That's the question.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to get back to. I just wanted to finish this up real fast.
Please. I know we have so little time. We only have a few moments left.
So corn allergies. When people have corn allergies, one of the things that I recommend when they have allergies to corn is to do essential fatty acids, mineral-wise, magnesium and potassium, amino acid-wise, histidine, once again, and herbs, black walnut, kelp, and bee pollen to help with a corn allergy. If you have fat allergies, which a lot of us do because we can't break down the meat and we can't break down the dairy, and you can tell when a person got a fat allergy, because we'll retain a lot of phlegm in our throat. A lot of times we'll have a heaviness on our chest. You know what I mean? We constantly clearing our throat and coughing up, phlegm. That's because you have allergies to fats. So people can't break down meat. That's precursor to the reason why you have problems with cholesterol. So people can have milk fat allergies, meaning that dairy causes a whole lot of issues for you because your body can't break it down, so it's causing cholesterol and plaque buildup in the body. Cosmetics can do it. Reason why is because a lot of cosmetics are made out of animal fat. So you wear a lot of makeup, it causes you to break out, because of the animal hormones in the cosmetics. You know what I mean? You can get vegan and cosmetics today, but the regular cosmetics that most people are used to, it contains animal fat, and a lot of times it's the reason why your skin breaks out and stuff because of it. But what I would give somebody, that's dealing with something like that is vitamin wise, I would give them biotin, which deals with hair, nail, and skin. Okay, I would give them thiamine, which is vitamin B1, sulfur, because sulfur is an excellent source of dealing with fat allergies. Okay, and there's herbs that I would recommend that are herbs that have a lot of sulfur content in them, but also the amino acids like methionine, like cysteine, taurine, glutathione, 309, carnitine. Those are all excellent amino acids that help deal with fat allergies. And then as far as herb wise, sarsaparilla, eyebright, fenugreek, dandelion, burdock, and fennel seed are all good for dealing with fat allergies. Okay. So that's what I would normally recommend when I find that a person has allergies in those areas.
But it's
Now,
also important to actually talk with someone who is certified, such as yourself, so that you know the proper amount of these individual herbs that you should take. I want to be clear and careful to make that to make our family members aware of that. I know some people are saying, I know, but not all of us know. Not all of us know. Some of us will go and buy and listen, and there's, it's okay. But it's also good to know that we do need proper instruction with these, because this is
absolutely
with which we are unfamiliar.
I am sharing information, but I would not suggest to do it on your own. I would suggest to see someone like myself, because I would know exactly what you need. Because you might not need them all.
There you have it. Dave, we have 1 minute left. I want to ask you to share your contact information. Mom, I'm sorry to have cut you off, but you know how time goes. Can you share your information one more time?
Sure. So you can reach me at 856-209-4379. That's 856-209-4379. And folks, give me at least 24 hours to respond. You know what I mean?
And you can email him at dleavy83@gmail.com. We have about half a second for you to answer. Ms. Viola is asking, why are pets getting the same illnesses as humans?
Because a lot of pets are eating the same foods.
You know what? How about that? And right there, bump, because that's the truth. That is the truth. Oh heavens, to Murgatroyd family. Here we are, David. Thank you so much. We can't wait for you to come until you return. But as always, thank you so much for the conversation. You know I appreciate it. You know I truly do. Family. Praise God. Praising God, from whom all blessings flow. I'm going to ask you to pray for someone who does not yet know God. Pray for your loved ones. Pray for your enemies and for those in need. Thank you as you continue to support Love and Life. Thank you to Brother David Levy-Bey. Thank you so much. Again, we can't wait for you to come back, because always a great conversation. Thank you, family, for sharing your time, your energy, your attention, your information, your space, your spirit, and all of that good stuff, as well as our guest. Thank you to everybody that contributed, quite honestly. Special thanks to the entire Word family, especially Niall and Nick, for all that you do. Happy birthday once again to our Love Lights who are celebrating a birthday. Happy birthday, Net. My cousin Annette, who's celebrating. Family, we are all in this together. I promise you we are. So be good to you, but be good to those around you. Please. I love you so much, but God loves you so much more. Be careful as you go to and fro out there, and have a great rest of your night. But be sure to join me Monday through Thursday, 7 till 9 p.m. Eastern Time, for another edition of Love and Life right here on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media. Have a good night, family. Thank you for
So
watching.
long.